Hello, welcome back everybody. Just finished up the morning session. It's currently 10:30 right now. Had a little pre-market breakdown, and since then we had a lot happen in the market. I came into the market today anticipating that we were going to trade into the 50% of this huge 4-hour SIBI, but we didn't get that today. We did have a model that presented itself, and all I did was execute along the lines of my strategy. So today, let's just look at everything. I'm going to go ahead and try to clean up this chart. All right, so we got the chart cleaned up. We're going to talk about the trade today and why basically everything happened and how you could probably see this at home. So first things first, 15-minute chart. We have a high set in at Tuesday at I don't even know what that is, 10 o'clock. From there, we started to range. 8:30, we had a CPI news outlet. So we have CPI, it's super prominent. I love trading when there's a red folder news event. It makes things a lot easier because you have a framework to automatically kind of coincide with. So when 8:30 dropped, we swept out this low that I wanted to see swept, and we also swept out this high. So I was really ready for any side to kind of start making moves. Now, when I came into the market, what I noticed, we'll do the market replay for this episode. When I came into the morning, what I noticed here was, again, NQ sweeping this 8:30 news driver high at around 9:30. And what the ES did was a little bit of the opposite, and this really gives you the tell. What this is called here is SMT divergence for those who aren't really acclimated with this concept. It's basically when one of the indexes has a stop rate and the other one is so weak that it doesn't have a stop rate. Usually when you have these two variables aligned, it kind of spells out for you, hey, the market wants to move lower. Now we just need to wait for this 2022 model to kind of play out. And that's exactly what I did on my side of things today. So we had this sweep here. I wanted to see if we wanted to move higher, just judging on how we've been moving over the last couple of days. So I marked out this BISI, and if we just play the time here, if we just play the tape, we completely invalidated it within the first 2 minutes of us sweeping this. So I'm no longer thinking that we're gonna move higher. We have an 8:30 news driver. We're in a 4-hour SIBI right now. I wanted to see it trade up into this 50%, but if it's getting respected in the morning at 9:30, a prominent time, I'm just gonna go ahead and do myself a favor and kind of just roll with the, not the momentum, but kind of just the market in general. Completely invalidated this area. And here's when our 2022 model actually comes into fruition here. We have the market structure shift after this liquidity punched up and swept this high. So we have a market structure shift here. We also have a fair value gap right above the market structure shift. I love looking at these, but there needs to be a couple things that happen first before we actually trade this SIBI or this market structure shift. For me, I like seeing the whole entire price leg of this displacement creating the market structure shift get set in. So how do you know when it's set in? Well, if this is a high, we need to create the low. So we need an opposite color candle. So in this case, a white candle to print. And then after that, I'm going to measure out that leg. So we kind of get that right here. And I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm going to go top to bottom on this one. And I'm going to observe price action around all three of these variables. We have a market structure shift. We have 50%, so OTE. And we also have a SIBI. Right here is my short. I want to take a short around here because this is a bread and butter setup for me. I can anticipate at least this 8:30 news driver getting traded into. And if we kind of just speed up the tape here, we'll just 3x this real quick. We get the delivery that we're looking for. And we have a couple retracements, and I'm going to talk about the retracements real quick too. So for me, I like looking at order blocks all the way down. So our opposing liquidity getting respected to kind of anticipate bearishness going all the way down. So what I do here is I'm going to mark out this open or this closed body for this this green candle right here, and I'm marking that as my order block. And I'm also going to pair this again with the terrible two, the order block and the SIBI. Usually SIBIs like to get created around prominent levels. So if you kind of highlight the order block and the SIBI at the same time, you get a better picture. That's what I did here. Notice we dip into the SIBI. For my 5-minute traders out there, you guys are in luck today because we do trade into this order block. We don't fully tap it, but for me, I like seeing it happen. And if I get a reaction corresponding to what I'm anticipating, I'm going to take the trade. Other people like setting those limit orders, and if their limit order doesn't get hit, they don't take the trade. There's nothing wrong with that, but for me, I'm already in here. When you zoom into the 1 minute, it's a little bit easier to see. And then after that, it's basically just trading into my anticipated price. Now, there's a couple other concepts that I can go over in this video right here. I just want to talk about those first. For my power of 3 traders, this is your manipulation area right here. 9:30 opens and we are manipulating into this high. So power of 3 concept, and then you get your distribution from here on, and that's kind of how you play that. I imagine that we could continue moving lower. However, on the 4-hour time frame right here, we are kind of bullish, but we're respecting this bearish price action right here. So that was the trade that I took today. Pretty short and sweet, not too much more to talk about. Super bread and butter. This is a 2022 model short. So if you guys are interested in trading that 2022 model, it's very, very easy. You just have to be confident with yourself and really, really follow the rules here. I will attest to that. That's 124 points. It's more than enough for anyone. Notice in the video as well, I'm also plotting how I'm going to approach all these things. So when this leg of price actually printed, all I did here was kind of measure out this leg of price. Observing around 50%, we have a fair value gap above 50%. And I'm also scaling out as we go down. Each time we move down lower, I want to be scaling out of my position. So it's not feeling like, oh my God, like the price fluctuation, it's, making your heart beat a little bit faster. Keep yourself safe, lock in some money on the way down, and then just continue to chart. Don't focus too much on your P&L while you're in the trade. Your eyes should be all the way down here. If your eyes aren't down here, you're focusing on the wrong thing. And I promise you guys, everything is going to flow a lot easier when you're not focused on the money and you're just focused on your target and how basically the market is trading to that target. Are we continuously respecting bearish PD arrays? Yes, we have an order block, we have a fair value gap here, and on top of that we have OT of this particular price leg. We have a lot of things coinciding, so you just need to chill. And if you can't chill, scale out some. I started with 10, I scaled at 5 at my first take profit, which was around this order block down here. And then after that, I scaled off 3 when I felt a little uncomfortable, and then I had 2 running, and then scaled off the other, and then scaled off the other. My take profit didn't fully get hit, but I knew it was eventually gonna hit. I just didn't want to hold it into 10 o'clock in case we wanted to retrace all the way up here. Don't like holding on to those type of plays, and I was super content with what I took. That's really what it's all about too, just being content with the trade that you do take and the size that you do take, because I can walk away with, I could have traded 1 micro contract today and still been as happy as 10. You know what I mean? And it's just because I'm able to look at this stuff and execute. And that's what you should be striving for as a trader. You should be striving to be able to interpret the chart, not to be able to make a shit ton of money, because that shit will come. It's like a byproduct of your good analysis. So that's what I preach here on this channel. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Love you guys. Thank you for, tuning in as usual. I'll see you guys on the next trade.